everybody. Get started, because I don't know what the actual plan is. I originally had that tweet saying that we might, or that we will have the day off, but that might have changed because of the amount of people that are saying yay and nay and etc. So, not 100% on that. So, the quicker we get started on the story, the better, because I want to actually get some, unlock some of the, what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Extreme, the new extreme, just so we can get that going. But, let's go. We'll do it this way today. I think that might be the better idea. So, should be somewhere over here. Actually, it's over there. Okay. So many people that I can't see, Varshan. So, yeah. Oh. Because the mic was not in the right place for when it reset. Give me a second. And we'll put it there. That's probably the best position for me and you. And we'll refresh the camera so it browse. Beautiful. Alright. In search of Azdaja. Varshan has glad tidings to share. Ah, excellent timing, Kisara. Just a moment ago I received word from the Ironworks that I completely forgot to actually do something before I started streaming. I apologize. They have completed their tasks and are on their way with reinforced warding scales. Oh, I forgot. There's actually one other thing I wanted to change. But we will get to that in a moment. First, I want to update something on Twitch in particular. The problem with multi-streaming is you got to make sure that everything's kind of clean and clear. Well, not clean and clear, but, you know, up to date. There we go. Done and done. And after we do this, then I'll do the other thing I wanted to change, which is more about localized stairs. Similarly, alchemists have also succeeded in creating an artificial atmos. All is ready for our journey into the void. I have instructed our comrades to gather at the great work. Let us set there at once. Perfect. So with that, I need character config? Yeah, it was character config. It was something to do with the UI settings. We're gonna normal walk for a bit while I figure this out. HUD? I'm forgetting where it was. Ah, hotbar settings. I bet that's where it was. Yeah, there we go. Centered. Applied. Thank you. Took forever for that to come out. I know that the great work is way elsewhere, but I figured we'd walk while I updated that particular setting. I'm kind of excited about that. So I rolled the dice on what tank I was gonna prog on this this expansion, this patch, and we're on Dark Knight. We'll see how that pans out. I'm going to try to do the EX so I can get Dark Knight and Warrior. I think those are the two that I'm going to be using. Though I do know that obviously meld-wise it's going to be a pain in the ass, but we'll do what we can do as we do it. There you are, Kisara. I present to you the fruits of the alchemist's labor, an artificial atmos. I'm having nightmares. I'm sorry. Though we've yet to put it to the proof, the Aether is practically identical to that of the original. A truly remarkable feat in so short a time. Aye, our alchemists have outdone themselves yet again. Small wonder that they are the prize of Razarhan. Can we not stand in the rain for this, by the way? I would express my gratitude to Nirhana, but it appears she isn't here. She rushed off after bringing the Atmos to attend to a pressing task, but said she would return ere we set forth. Which should be shortly after our friends from the Ironworks arrive with the warding scales. Did someone say warding scales? Because it just so happens that we have them. Right on cue. It's good to see you all again. But for the President himself to attend, keen to bear witness to our little experiment, are you? You know I am. I was there at the Crystal Tower, lest you forget. I wouldn't miss this for the world. You don't mind if we come along to see you off, I hope. It's thanks to these three that we can finish the work so quickly. Hey, gave you credit, Nero. 'Twas painstakingly collected data that made the reinforcement possible. The scales will last a good 10 years in the void with nay a hint of degradation. As for the ones who did the actual reinforcing, we guarantee their quality as well. They'll keep you safe. But enough bragging. Here are the scales. With these, we can search for my sister without fear of corruption. I know not how to repay you. Don't mention it. Midgard Solmo came to our rescue in the rift. It's the least we could do to help his children. Thank you. Well, my friend, my only regret is I won't be able to accompany you on this latest grand adventure. Wait! Nirhana, is what the matter? Before you depart, Your Excellency, there's something I wish to present to you. Will you please come with me? You would not delay us without good cause. Very well. Forgive me, my friends, but I require but a moment. Are we gonna get the explanation? Some people were claiming that in the... I tried to avoid a lot of spoiler stuffs. So most of the stuff that I know about is either with the gear, which is kind of just whatever, and with just what the attempts of balance or whatever are. Nothing to do with the story. I'm trying to dodge that wherever I can. I like not to get spoiled. But the gear, but I did see crawling across Twitter, some people saying that Varshan looked a lot older, a lot bigger, and they're complaining. I'm going to put quotation marks. I'm not sure if they were complaining or being like memey about it, but I was like, but Varshan is just basically a very complex mammoth. They could just build a better body. That's it. There you go. I win. And I'm assuming that's what's going on here. He's certainly taking his time. What sort of grand present could take so long to receive? A new body, perhaps? The kind that'll help keep him, the kind that'll help him in the void, I presume. In that godforsaken place, he'll need all the help he can get. But you of all people ought to know that, hey? Hey! They brought up what the Crystal Tower had. Huzzah! And this is the Crystal Tower is now required content for everybody to go through just to get to Shadowbringers, and we're an Endwalker. This isn't like one of those, oh, if you did it, you got that triggering language. It's stuff that is going to happen regardless. Wow, it's taking a long time. 2 fades to black, and we still haven't seen hair or hide of neither Nirhana or Varshan. I mean, from the legs, it looks about the same. What happened? Oh, yes. A slightly different frame.
そうだ。少年の体に埋め込んでいた竜の目をこちらの身に移したのだ。何か慌ただしく準備しているようだとは思っていたが、まさか私のためだったとは。
See, I told you, all it was a, you know, a bigger vessel. Like, everybody was kind of pitching. Well, again, I'm not sure if they were actually pitching a fit or just memeing, and I'm just very bad at reading the room. But, yeah. All it is freaking getting a new mammoth, essentially. New vessel. Oh. ごめんなさい。
早く見せたかったんだけど、ギリギリまで調整してたせいで遅くなっちゃって、ごめんなさい。
謝る必要はない。
Because he's technically a very young. He's the youngest of the first brood, if I recall correctly. So that's probably why he was okay with having first the child body, and now at least, and that's the reason why they don't give him an adult body, but somewhere in between, because he's still young by Dragon Age. So.
改めて、皆にはラザハンのことを頼みたい。戦いの危険があるとなれば、どうしても意識をこの体に向けることが多くなるだろう。ボイドゲートを開けるからには、こちら側への用意の侵入も警戒せねばならないのだが。
I don't recall if what his younger voice or the other vessel's voice was, if it sounded younger or if this is still about the same. It's been like a couple months, so. Ooh. High praise. Too bad that Estinian's trained more about fighting dragons than fiends, but I'm sure he's no slouch when it comes to it.
そういうわけで安心しろ、バルシャン。おっと、今はもう違う姿だから、なんて呼べばいいんだ？
No, he just got older. What?
バルシャンのままで構わない。私は君たちの弟分なのだろう。
そうか。なら、行ってこい、バルシャン。
I'm kind of confused as to why he would have thought to change the name entirely. I mean, yeah, he grew up real quick in the span of let's say a couple hours, but.
ちょっといいかしら。あなたにも渡しておきたいものがあるの。
What? Did you remember I'm also a black mage? Okay.
前回の宝物殿の探検。彼にとってはレポリットのための調査という名目だったでしょ。
I recall. Yes.
彼から報告を聞いたレポリットたちは大喜びで、自分たちの宝物殿の改良案を検討し始めたそうよ。
They have a treasure vault? Since when? I'm confused.
そのお返しにというわけでもないのでしょうけれど、リビングウェイからある品を預かったそうなの。
Okay. A crystal?
そう。正解でハイデリンから託されたクリスタル。メーティオンの奇跡が記録されていたものよ。ウルティマトゥーレの位置は解明し終えているし、役目を終えたものとしてウリエンジェに委ねたのでしょうね。
So this is less of a new gift like it is for Varshan and more of a returning of something that does have some sentimental value, so that's fair enough.
預かった彼は考えた。このクリスタルには強い光の力が宿っているはず。ならば、 闇の世界への旅路で
For what it's worth.
とね。
Let's full screen this.
さあ、受け取って。ハイデリンの思いが詰まったクリスタルだもの。あなたが持っているべきだわ。
Fair enough. Sorry, too fast. Even from my point of view. Oh, no! Don't stop the music! It was good music! Bring back answers! Damn it!
これで準備は整ったようだな。アキャーリから船に乗り、風砲の前と向かおう。
Alrighty. The satrap and you fellows have already departed for the vault. Are you ready to set forth? I mean, sure, why not? I'm doing nothing else, right? Just double checking in, Okay, so we're already... Everyone's here. Let's see what everybody has to say, since I only get to do this so often. Not only us cheering you on, I'm not going to do the voice acting for these short little things. The alchemists of old, too. You couldn't possibly fail. Okay. Good gods, but the treasure's here. If I were a thief, I would notice a void gate if it bit me in the rear. Oh, that's fair enough. Honestly, Wedge has a good point. Like us alchemists have a treasure expansion of the work if we were to collaborate. Oh yeah, I'm sure of it. An undersea vault guarded by alchemical sentries. Such a place would be an ideal proving ground for new creations. Okay. Estinian. They've upgraded the vault's guardians to contend with the void scent. The task was made easier by the surplus of broken units. One could argue I did them a favor. No. Jola? My research into cross-rift travel, this is the moment of truth. For all those who helped us come this far, let's pray we succeed. I love the fact he's coming as a paladin, and it's just like, no, dude, I'm tanking. You go as your healer. I assume is what's gonna happen here. Alright.
アルザダール三世の名において命じる。異界の扉よ。その口を開け。
I forget, was that actually the phrase, the calling phrase that he did to open it up, or did he just open it up when he was before? And I forget again, did he just seal it because there wasn't a way to seal, not or not like close it, I should say. Oh right, it's not auto. Oh. They guess they didn't want to. Ooh. Hey Sid, do you remember this from the Crystal Tower? I do, and I don't like it anymore. Thing is freaking huge. I mean, I guess that was the point, to open it up further, but to keep it contained enough to not crack the whole of the aether. It was a method of widening the gate without cracking the realities between the two worlds. At least oversimplified, but that's the way it is, right? Void scent.
かつて私がボイドに渡った際には、妖異たちが救う 城のような場所に出た。
And that was how long ago?
あ
I
の
forget.
時は多勢に無勢となってすぐに撤退してきたが、君たちがいれば腰を据えて探索できるはずだ。
Granted, he was a young dragon. I was gonna say. So wait. A dragon by himself gets overrun, but 4 humans. Yeah, sure, fine. Or people. Say mortals, as they call us sometimes.
探索および戦闘の指揮は経験豊富な冒険者である君に委ねたい。私は君の戦い方に合わせて
I.e., he takes Grahatia's role of being able to do everything dependent on what you want to go as. Because we have the caster, the deep. Maybe not. Maybe he can only go as healer or tank because we have caster DPS, melee DPS, and then you, which can do everything. So he has his setup here for a paladin, but he'll adjust to be a healer.
癒し手が足りなければ私が担えるわ。
Or
ここしばらくは攻め落とす役目。
because she used to be a white mage, at least as far as like her stance and all that jazz. She switched to being black mage in Shadowbringers. She went from conjurer to white mage to black mage essentially.
よし、今こそ進む時だ。我が姉アジュダヤの行方を探さんがため、異界の扉をくぐり第13世界へ。
Bing! Already the fell court of Troya. Nice. Uh-oh. I know what's busted here. Give me a second. I just realized it was busted when it went black. There it is. And boop. It's gone. Alright. Take the small talk real quick. True to our friend's words, the warning skills are eminently reinforced. We needn't fear corruption even if we should be ruined by the void instead. Oh, hold on. Wrong. That's not what I wanted to do. Thank you. Small talk. First time in a reflection or no, I can't say I'm feeling nervous, right? He never went to the first. I can't say I'm feeling nervous, not having during the edge of the... Yeah, you want to know what? Of the two of those, no looking back. I shall keep my eyes ever forward and trust Rasa hand to my people. Let me see what Nabahin has to say, because I don't think I could talk to him earlier. Okay. Okay, so I actually have to read. They might have changed it. I mean, you basically were... I'm so confused. Whatever. Whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it. Alright. So, looks like she takes the healer role, period. Yeah, see, tank or DPS. And she'll take healer DPS. So if you took healer, she would go DPS. Okay. Yeah, that's... I like the fact that they're starting to have them bend a little bit. But I can't select more than a couple members, so... We're 25 eye levels above the average item level necessitating this, so let's do this, shall we? Yes, I will go by myself. I care not. I care not. Let's see what we got. So we're going to the 13th. Wow, this is a rougher journey. Oh no, never mind. It cleared out. That was probably just us going through the first part of it. I do like the fact that it's darker than when we went to the first. The void between. And obviously here's the 13th shard that's full of dark energy, dark aether. Well, this feels a lot different than the last time I was here. Let's go. Y'all ready? Okay, I prepared for this. I'm bis as of last patch. Whoa. Trippy. I'm feeling like I'm literally between... This feels a little between the two. Hello. Come here. Oh god, eyeballs. Beholders, why? Funny, I completely trust you, Stola. Oh, I love the timers in the middle. Now I see them again. Woohoo! Okay. Take it. Now we're down to 2, so I can actually... Alrighty. Doing good. Troyan Scavenger. I'm having a... What is this model from? I'm remembering it from somewhere, but I can't recall where. Just want to establish a little bit more hate here. I'm attacking the wrong one. In technicality. I can't see, they're so freaking big. What am I missing? Yeah, usually this first stuff doesn't have anything. It's all a little squishy and weird. Oh, wait! I have 2 Dragoons! Guard in the dungeon, I shouldn't doubt. Let me see, what did they say? Let's see if I miss anything. Literally, quite literally twisted place, the void. Stay focused, the void send could be anywhere. Those ones appear to be sentries. Guard in the dungeon, I shouldn't doubt. I don't know. Doing good, doing good. Doing wonderful so far. Last one before the boss, I'd assume. I'm about to say, it's a little empty in here. Where's the rest of it? I'm taking a lot of hits, so I will pop some more stuff. You can tell Varshan and Justinian to use more AoE skills if you want me to stop being so squishy. Run! Oof, I got pegged by that one. That's okay though. Alright. It appears rats have wandered into my castle. Tear them apart if you must. Their drifting aether will suffice. Whoever she is, we'll tend to like... We'll tend to her like the rest. Okay. Be the mistress of the castle. Okay. This is a boss? A trash boss? I was gonna do an opener, but the fact that it's just trash is like, what the heck? I'm more than a little confused here. Even more trash? Here. Nope. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I'm safe though. Oh my god, this is just a trash boss! I don't like the fact this is a trash boss. I really don't. Are we doing this again? I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go over here. Good, 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 good. I'm kind of wishing I came on my black mage now. Oh dear. Are we almost done? Apparently not. I will stand with you guys. Oh, I see. We beat in to get our safety. Oh my god, this is so long! I don't like this fight. Okay, so we actually want to go over this way. Oh, I just put it down, you asshole. That was on me. I should have actually paid attention. Just battle dance materia? Or is it just because I'm not well fought my friends? Okay, it was forgive me my lady. A lot of the whole battle stuff. Okay. Okay. Whoa. Hey, can we go back and go over there? I want to see what that thingy is. See, this is one of the reasons why. That must be the castle proper. Not too shabby. Not too shabby indeed. I just wish it was not so drippy. Oh, we're just right to the castle. Okay. Very well, very well. As grand a castle as any I've seen. If the mistress is here, we must repay her earlier kindness. You know what? I agree, Estonian. I forgot. Okay. Been so long. You guys are attacking the guard, so I will take out the guard too. Okay, that just goes to a dead-end door, so I guess this is the way up. Ooh, kitty. Kind of. Carbuncle? Kind of? Troyan Garden Rider. That woman in the painting, do you suppose... I suspect it is the mistress of the bygone days. Wow, that's actually pretty detailed. I like it. Anyway, let's go! To arms, to arms! At least you didn't say to heads, because you have none to help with this. From your side, anyway. Yeah, no, I still have hate, so that means it's just kind of ping-ponging depending on what it feels like doing. Alright, what do we got in the coffer? Coffer? Troyan Bracelet of Slayin. Slayin. Alright. What we got? Come here, bud. I will fight you on the tables. Come get me. The music now, it just hit me in the right spot. This is 4. I mean, like, it was obviously 4 to start, but yeah, you guys stay on the table. Any other chests? No? Okay. Oh, so we're not going down there? For sure? What else you guys got to say? Just nothing yet. Oh god, it's a... I just realized. It's the freaking jester. You didn't pop my Blackest Knight? Seriously, guys? Too busy casting? Is that what's going on here? That other Trillion Knight is what they're attacking right now. Trying to remember what the name of this boss was in the Mahawk 24-man. Trillion Earrings of Healing. Oh, we're already... This is only... Surprise, surprise. I sense potent magics from her. Have care. I don't know about that. Damn. Hold on. Is it home that... Yeah, there we go. Okay. I like her design, if I'm being honest. Uh-oh. Mistakes were made. There we go. I do not do the first person thing very well. Oh. Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna assume we... What? Oh, I see, I see. I got too close. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Void Shaker. Why do you have to be in melee range, Stola? Get out of the way! The other two I can forgive. You I can't. So we're doing this thing again. Okay. Ah. I thought I was trying to dodge the one that went to the middle, but I guess it doesn't exist. And that one's first. That one's second, so we'll stand down here. Ah, I see. shenaniganery! I was out of that! Get away from me, you idiots! There we go. They all ran at me, and I'm like, what are you doing? Good. Technically, I didn't. Cure 2 of the 7th Dawn, good god. She's quick on her feet, if nothing else. She may still be a threat. After her. Vambrace's offending. Where are we going? Oh. Lots of stone people here. I'm very big stone people too. Huh. That's a thing. What is this place called? Hydromantic Terraces? Yeah, Hydromantic Terraces. The plants here are really interesting colored. Yeah, I remember some of those orbs out there from World of Darkness. Got some extra stuff going. Terraces in the sky. Do void scent to appreciate flowers too, I wonder? I would assume so. Their aether will make me strong! You know, come and get it if you can. You know, the usual shtick. I really need to get used to where some of the bar stuff that I kind of reset is, just so that I can actually keep track of what I need to do. Because I have a feeling I'll be main tanking even for the new, for my older group. Troyan Butler. Does the buttle buttle? Does the butler buttle? I believe they do. Oh. You will do exactly as the butler does and tidy up. Too bad I'm making too much of a mess. I'm sorry. But I don't really feel sorry. I always finish this before I go back here. Equerry. Equerry I think we've seen before, but the butler I think is a new design. Interestingly enough. Yeah, I think we're going all the way over there is what we're doing. Alrighty. Oh yeah, that's weird. They got a lot of things rolling on the 2-minute marker, but some of the adjustments that they did. But the Salted Earth is still on 90 seconds, interestingly enough. gonna try and hold on to what I got because it's only like 2 more packs. Well, basically 1.5 more packs unless I'm gonna get surprised somewhere between here and where I think I'm going. We'll find out though. See. We have a now. I sense something sinister in the air. Just now, you show. Now is when you sense something sinister in the air? Really? Come on, woman. Oh, hello. I'll let you guys get punched for a second because I need to finish up my combo. Sorry. Uh-oh. Y'shtola was a dumb. Because I didn't hold her there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. I'm getting punched. What the heck happened? She stood in the bad. I think. Because I definitely didn't aim anything at her. And granted, I did have her getting punched earlier in the fight, but by that point she should have just turned around and healed herself. The hell? Why did she end up just standing in the middle of it all? Weird. Oh wait, nope. That plays the Y'shtola character. Absolutely no sense of self-preservation. She's killed herself twice already. Throwing herself into the freaking live stream of whatever world she's in. And having to get rescued. Yeah, no. See, but Y'shtola, this time, if you die, we all die. It's not you die to save us. That's not how that works right now. That's not how it works. Okay? At least they're all here now, so I can gather them up and nobody gets punched this time. Because the rest of the world was not there, I couldn't grab them all at first. It's gonna take long enough for the 90 seconds to finish up. I'm not gonna worry about that. Alrighty, not bad. Yeah. We're gonna fight her twice? Trapped in my own domain. No, I don't want to be eaten. I'm fairly certain that that's not what's gonna happen here, but okay. I like the fact that her tail is a bow. Oh! All right. Scarmilione. Scarmilione. Final Fantasy IV. Oh, I love this. I'm so stoked. I should have played Final Fantasy IV the one time I popped in because of this. The first of the 4 fiends that you fought. Hold on, just want to appreciate the music. Ooh, nice riff in the back. Ooh, horns. I like that. This is a nice rendition. I'll have to see how it is in the Pixel remakes, because I know that they redo the audio entirely. With a sax? Oh, that's hot. Oh, that is so hot, man. Let's go. You guys ready? He seems he wants to devour us too. You will find us unappetizing. I'm not sure how to read that one. Is he saying that like defiantly, or like he's saying, please don't eat me, I'm not very tasty? Anyway, no, he moved away. I'll wait here for a moment because I think I'll be safe for this second. Yeah. Brain rot. No. Okay, get out of that. I don't like it. Oh, hello. Some of the wall fell out. Oh, Trixie. I am so glad that I had a wall behind me. I wasn't paying attention to that. Blinded blade work. Oh, I don't like that laser. Oh, whoa. I can't. Okay, we're doing it again, but now sweep. Wait. Okay, sweep is cleave. Makes sense. Fire damp. No, it's really not. It's very dry. Where are you going? Deeping decay. I don't like that. Oh. Ads? Ads! Why are you guys going over there? Oh my god. Oh, that's why you guys are doing that. We got plenty of time, though. Necro Surf, huh? I do like the fact that a dungeon boss is doing an ultimate, essentially. Come here. What does Brain Rot do? Attack a 3-wolf zombification. Gotcha. I'm okay. Everything's fine. Good, because he was in the middle. Blade work, so he's going to be pointing at something. That one. And we're going to go over here.
天竜の一翼なのだ。
ここで沈んでもらう。
Good. Yeah, he was the zombie one, essentially. He was of Earth, but the point is that he was very zombie. Oh no, we went back to just this, we were being so happy and now we're going back to the stoic nod. I'm not so stoked about this. No. We're not happy anymore. Alright, let's see what everybody has to say. Who was that void sent? Is that it? Hello? Did I get too close to trigger your speech there? That was a fearsome foe. It was alright. Hey, maiming. Not that I have anything of that sort up, but that's okay. We will run with that. Hey. What's up, little girl? So what do we do from here? Yeah, that's a problem.
また門が開かれたと言っていたわね。
I keep clicking too early.
そうだろうな。それにしても同じ用意でありながらこの城の主を容赦なく食らうとは。
I mean,
人が国を起こすように用意もまた複数の集団に分かれ縄張り争いを演じているのかもしれない。
yeah, and they get rid of people that aren't very useful to them anymore, so.
さて、残った用意たちはどう動く?
Good question. Go crazy, bow to us. Speak of the devils. Hmm.
見ての通り、お前たちの主は倒れ、そのエーテルを食らった者もまた俺たちに撃たれた。
I agree. And again, I clicked before he actually finished.
もしかしたら言葉が通じないのではないかしら。用意の知能にも個体差があるのではなくて。
Maybe.
獣と同じなら話は早い。強気に屈する連中なら力を示し続けるだけでいいからな。
Some don't understand it until it kind of smacks them in the face, though.
この世界を旅するにあたっては用意の習性についても理解を深めていく必要がありそうだ。
Fair enough. I'd say proceed with caution for sure. I'm here as one of two classes that would truly understand the Void Scent. The other one be actually one of three if you include Black Mage. They're supposed to technically tap into the Void. And then obviously Reaper brings a Void Scent as part of your avatar. And I would assume that at the very least it's a similar structure in bringing out Frey in Dark Knight. The moment they try to strike, we beat the shit out of them, but like you said, they should understand somewhat.
時間がかかってしまったが迎えに来たぞ姉さん。
Varshan's walk cycle is a little awkward because I think what they did was they mapped the oh, I think this is the first time they've done that. Or am I not remembering, at least not remembering when they did it specifically for for Endwalker's patches. Well, they let us walk away, apparently. Okay. It seems the minions are keeping their distance from now. Let's carry on. I never dreamed it would come this far. I can't thank you enough for all your cooperation. No, Estinian, I want to talk to you, Stola. The castle should serve as a base of operations for now. Ere we set our sights elsewhere, let us see what there is to learn here. From this point onward, you will not encounter Aetherites for a while. Should you leave Troya Castle, you may return here via Weaver's Warding. Additionally, you may now enter the Fell Court of Troy with a party of NPC avatars. Make use of the feature, trust, yeah. What else do you have in? Wherever I turn, there is darkness as far as I can perceive. The only source of light here is ourselves. The opposite was true in the first. We were the source of darkness? Seems the minions are content to gulp for now. Let's carry on. The warding scale exhibits no change. Should be safe to remain here and begin our search. But whither now? I would sense Azdaja were she remotely near, but there's nothing. Might you not call to her? Let her know you have come. Alas, this vessel is not capable of calling across vast distances. For that I would require my true form. And even if it were possible, a dragon's call is born upon Aether. Is liable to draw more voidsent to us. Oh, that didn't work. I thought it would have muted the mic. I must have missed something here. Oopsie. Sorry about that. I see. In any case, there's little exploration to be done while confined to this isolated isle. I propose we begin by learning what we can from the castle's occupants. An understanding of their ways may prove useful to our cause. Very well. Let's hope that a few of them are capable of speech. Let us remain vigilant while we go about our inquiries. We reconvene afterwards. Alrighty. Estinian. This one does not but stare. The creature snarls and glares at you. It is unlikely to learn anything from it. Too stupid! No, I'm kidding. Does the butler buttle? Some seem willing enough to converse. Whether they have the ability to do so is another matter. What enticing aether you have. Give me some. Give me some. Aw. If only I were stronger, I'd be able to eat you. Fine, fine. I'll find someone else to eat. Oh, you're able to communicate. This one only seems to think of feeding. Better take your inquiries elsewhere. I assume the fearful void sense the first one that we'll be able to get anything out of. Like the prevailing tongue in Norvant, the language of this world bears a resemblance to our own. It may be assumed that they share a common ancestor. I mean, they were all split from, the original Aetherius, so I would assume so, right? The mistress's eyes are beauteous, sublime. Bask in her gaze is bliss. But now she's gone. I will never feel her gaze again. No mistress, no orders. What am I to do now? What am I to do now? Alright. And what about you, my dude? I serve. I shall obey. Please don't teach me. A dragon? What's that? Does it taste good? I don't know anything about it. Don't know anything. But the one we caught recently, they seem to know lots. We threw them in the dungeon, but clever ones are tasty. They might have been eaten already. To the dungeons. I think we poured it in from the dungeon, right? Which was a weird place to pour it in, but you know. I have nothing to share. While those that approached had no will to fight, neither were they capable of holding a conversation worth in their name. My experience was much the same. Lower rung voidsent tend to have lower intelligence, 'twould seem. A pity Scarnione is dead. He was talkative at least. What of you? A clever voidsent in the dungeon. That would be the area in which we emerged. Indeed. Let's take ourselves back there to find this voidsent, preferably before its fellows make a meal of it. To the dungeon, then. Wonder why I had to click that instead of just walking through the border. A little weird. Seat of the foremost. I wasn't paying attention. Can I sit here? Yes. Yes. All right, hold on. G-pose time. I need this before I even forget. All right, hold on. That's not what I wanted. What did I set it to? I forgot. Well, I'll do the other one. That was a nice little screenshot. I can use that for Twitter stuff later. That'll be fun. I can mount up? I can mount up? Can't fly. I mean, but that's fine. I can mount. Hello. You have anything cool to say? I can't survive without someone here to give me aether. But where will I find a new master? I'm actually curious about this section here. Seems like it was built out for no other wait, whoa. Lots of prostrating here. I mean, yeah, before the seat, right? In technicality. I don't know, it feels weird. It feels weird. Okay, what did I set the... Now that I'm here. Can't talk to the puppers. Oh, it got changed. Alright, that ended up being a little finicky. There we go. Oh hey, there's a bunch of other ones here. This must be the last lady, the one we fought. And these must be the other masters of the Interesting. Actually, hold on, let me get off. I'm too curious. Too curious about this. Hold on. We got this guy. This lady they wanted to forget about, or they let it. Hey, he's got the same kind of outfit as from Mahaki. Same thing here. Actually, hold on. Yeah, they're all Mahaki. Mahaki styled outfits. I guess that makes sense. Maybe the Mahawk tapped into a lot of the Aether from the... Oh, this is newer. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Prey we caught were are weakened in the dungeon before served up to the mistress. Tenderizing, she called it. That's the way she used to like it. Okay. Hello? Okay, just bark, bark. Gotcha. Interesting, interesting. Is that? You know what? Nah, I'm gonna do that later. Arseer 4. Fire from Incarcerate. You're a manservant? Okay. Though there's only one dungeon, we call it the fourth, Mistress's Orders. I think that's to hint at Final Fantasy IV in particular. But the mistress is gone and her orders with her. Rats can infest this castle for all I care. Alright. Troyan Jailer. No one comes and goes from this dungeon without permission. For you, though, I'll make an exception. Go on. Go. Well, yeah, because you know that, if you don't, I'm gonna just kill you. Troyan Warden. Food for the mistress's consumption. Consumption is kept in these cells. With the mistress devoured, we're free to help ourselves. The clever one is strong. Another warden went in to devour the clever one, but he hasn't come back out. Well then, huh? Let me just see what else there is before we go deeper. Anybody else want to talk? I'm curious. I'm curious. Nope. Just the path is back. Oh, wait. Troyan attendant. I should be glad to show you the hydromantic terraces if it please you. Okay, so I can go directly to the hydromantic terraces from here. Gotcha. Had to manually come down, though. Probably to show, by the way, you can talk to people. I'm going to assume that all the Void Sent were people at one point. Much like the Sin Eaters were people at one point. Had a heart attack for a second. I was like, oh my god. Right. Okay. So we gotta talk to the person who's through the gate or walked through the gate. I see her there. I mislike the feel of this. Stay on your guard. There appears to be someone within. Could this be the clever Void Sent? Aw. It just triggers. I wanted to go up and talk. You're looking familiar, eh? Xenos? Is that you? Thought I left you in Ultima Thule. To essentially just die. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, so this is the Void Sent that was responding to Xenos, but is not Xenos himself. Interesting. At least that shows that, if we die too, by the way, more than likely the, whoa. I just got a little antsy, but that doesn't mean you get to pull your stuff.
満たされぬ上のように底のない闇。確かにガレマルドで相対したゼノスから感じたものよ。
そいつがなぜこんな場所に
Especially from all the way in Ultima Thule.
一時的に召喚して刺激するだけの用意なら、契約者が死ねば原初世界とのつながりは断たれるはず。
Not sure how that works. Tomo. Friend. Sure. We'll go with that. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I know that's completely irrelevant to what we're doing here, but I hope you've already finished the story. You had time. You had time, so I'm assuming you did. Are we purifying the Aether? Holy crap, we could do this? Or let me rephrase that. Heidelin could do this? Residual Heidelin. Okay. Yeah, because I want to get to the EX in particular to get the weapons.
ああ、そうだ。この光はそれで戻ったというのか。
戻ったとはゼノスとも関係があるようだが、君は一体。
私はそう、あの男ゼノスにアバターとして刺激されていた。
Now the question is she native here or did she get trapped here?
あなたにとっては説明されるまでもないことでしょうけれど、ゼノスがあなたと戦うために身につけた力はガレアンの古い一族が伝えていた暗殺術の一つよ。
I know I'm not currently in my Reaper, but I've done enough of the Reaper leveling to understand that, yes.
いわくクリスタルを触媒に異界ボイドと交信、自らの半身足り得る用意、アバターを探したし 力を貸すよう契約を交わすと。
契約だって。奴が仕掛けてきたのはそんな対等なもの。
No, okay, that sounds like Xenos. That sounds like Xenos.
力を引き出そうとする呪いだ。そのせいで私の存在は変質してしまっていた。奴が欲した命を削り合う力を具象化した存在にな。
Interesting, interesting.
それが先ほどまでの姿というわけか。しかしなぜ人の姿に。
お前たちにとって見た目はそんなに重要なことなのか。そこにこだわる理由が理解できない。
見た目より中身が重要ということなら俺も同感だ。お前が人の姿をしていようがここの住人であるならば容易だとしか思えん。つまり俺たちの脅威になり得るということ。
Is she, though? Is she a denizen of this realm? Or did she get corrupted by this realm? Found her way in here? That's the question. Whoa, Assidian, chill. Chill.
俺たちの敵か?
She has yet to do anything to us. Chill out.
この世界に自分より強いやつを食おうとする者はいない。刺激されていた時のこととはいえ、一度負けた相手に挑むなんて愚か者のすることだ。
そうか。ならいい。
Good. I don't like Assidian's threats sometimes, but I do appreciate that he does back off and when it's only a threat. Sure.
お前は友だろう。ゼノスがそう呼んでいたのを聞いた。
それは strictly speaking, I'm Kisara Azora. As may have said, I wasn't his friend. Not to you. At least not yet. Let's see. You know what? I sat there very pissed off at the fact that, you know, I could tell off Xenos and say, you know, he's full of shit, whatever. And then he tells me I'm full of shit for being so similar to him, etc., so on and so forth. And then when I call him out on it, saying, no, that's not what I am. I stick up for my friends and I defend them. That's the whole reason I do this. Other than that, it's just Indiana Jones adventuring. I only do the fighting because I have to. I would like to not, as a character anyway. So I'm gonna go with this one here. It was either the top of the second one. Down here, I'd be like, I'm not that aggressive. Whatever Xenos may have said, I wasn't his friend.
何？お前は友じゃないのか？そうか。なら、友とは何なんだ？
Yeah, that would be the same no matter what. I was thinking about it there for a second. All three answers could conceivably carve out that same response. Strictly speaking, I'm not friend, I'm Kisara Ozora. Oh, so you're not friend? Then what is friend? You know? Whatever Xenos may have said, I wasn't his friend. Not a friend? Okay, then what is a friend? Oh. And then the third one of not to you, not yet. You're not a friend. Then what, you know, then what is friend? So it would be the same regardless. I could see. Maybe slight variation on the wording, but yeah. I don't know about that. You can still know a little about her. When I served Xenos, my mind was shrouded in a haze, but one thing was always clear. His obsession was with the friend. Yeah, but the thing was he didn't listen to me, so it was a one-way street kind of thing, and that's the problem. As much as one might expect the unexpected, I doubt any of us could have foreseen this turn of events. I could, because I get to see behind the scenes sometimes. Anyway, she seems different than from other Void Sent, and at least those we've met. And the change we've witnessed, I suspect it's due to your crystal purging the excess darkness within her. Even so, she harbors a great deal of darkness. I'm very keen to hear what she can tell us about herself and about the world. Don't really like any of these. I guess I'll take the one with skill speed because I can actually use it with what I have left to level. Actually, before I do that. Oh, okay, yeah, Unending Codex. I was kind of confused for a second. I was like, what is this stuff popping up right now? Okay, so what's up, my lady? Oh, I doubt you came to the dungeon by pure chance. What is it that you're after? We were looking for a Void Sent with whom we could converse, in the course of which we learned of you. We are visitors to this world, and we know little and less of its working and ways. We'd be grateful if you could tell us about it and yourself. So it's information you seek. What do you offer for it? I beg your pardon? Void Sent do not give unless we stand to gain. If you desire something, you pay the price. That is the sole rule of this world, you called the Void. That makes sense. Pray, forgive our ignorance. But what would be acceptable as payment? I suspect that such coin as we carry has no value here. Void Sent crave one thing and one thing alone. Aether. In return of information, I offer you mine. Just not all of it, mind you. I still have need of my life. Y'shtola, stop! You're just killing yourself every single freaking expansion. Very well. I'll tell you no more than you can afford to pay. And we have a bargain. If we're to talk about the Void, let us do it so outside. Come with me. What's outside to you? Okay, so basically just right outside the, I really should go do, normal Pandemonium. But I'm hoping to get to the trial so I can unlock EX at least. But I know that Pandemonium is going to have a lot of story attached to it as well. Well, yeah. She wasn't wrong. We are outside. Their one rule is no different from many in our own world. Like those Alphano. It's those like Alphano who are a rare breed. We cannot allow Y'shtola to bear the burden alone. When the next opportunity arises, I will offer up my own ether. You have a ton of it too. I don't know why we're offering us Y'shtola when we can give up yours. I mean, of the two of them? You needn't worry for me. My life force is a small price to pay for her knowledge. I will recover it quickly enough once we return home. Why is there light? Okay, so she is from here. My thoughts at the start of that don't count here.
空はまばゆく輝き、緑生い茂る大地に紺碧の海。そう、命育まれる世界が確かにあったんだ。メモリア戦争が起こるまではな。
Memoria Senso, Memoria War, versus where it says here. It does say before the war, contra Memoria.
メモリア
Very clear that's not what he said. He repeated exactly what she said, Memoria. Japanese
戦
thing.
争によってエーテルの調和が乱れたことで、闇が世界を覆ってこのありさまだ。すべての生き物は例外なく異形と化した。お前たちが用意と呼ぶ存在にな。今じゃ用意であることがこの世界にとっての自然になってしまった。
第一世界で光の反乱によって積み食いが生じたようなものね。
I said that not too long ago. Exactly that. Light begat sin eaters and darkness begat void sense. So every void sense we see is a person. Just their aether's corrupted to such a wicked degree.
昼と夜は溶け合い、やがて海と陸の境界すら曖昧になって闇に沈んだ。
Alright, we're ready for the next expansion, Lightbringers. Let's go!
そして用意と化した者たちは半ば理性を失いながらも心に焼き付いた記憶の影を頼りに己の領域を築いて暮らすようになった。
Like Troya here?
だってそうだ。主だった用意は昔あんな場所に住んでいたんだろう。
I'm trying to remember if we've seen her other eye yet. The one that's on her left side. Every single camera shot I've seen more recently has done that.
あなたの中で渦巻く闇の力が見えているの。人としては濃すぎるほどの、まさに用意の性質そのもの。けれどあなたの口ぶりは他の用意たちと違う。闇の反乱以前の世界についてそんな風に語る者に出会ったのは初めてよ。
Mm-hmm.
ねえ、あなたは本当に用意なの？それとも
他の用意と違って当然だ。私は半端者。言うなれば汎用なのだから。
Half void sent?
世界を滅ぼしたメモリア戦争が始まって間もない頃、一人の女が過剰な闇を見に受けた状態。
Oh, so she was born after. Oh.
他の赤子と変わらなかったが、中身は闇による侵食を受け、もはや人とは呼べなかった。
Lucky.
成長。それが私だ。まあ、今となっては完全な用意と区別する必要もない。
Although, this is the first time. But you see what they keep doing, though. This time they had to do it just because they wanted this particular camera angle, right? But it's very clear that they keep trying to hide one eye at a time. And I'm not sure why they're doing that.
隙あらば弱者を喰らい、強き者に従属して身を守る。目的もなく、ただあり続けるだけの存在だ。
Hmm.
立ち入ったことを聞いてしまったわね。ごめんなさい。あなたいけない。私としたことがあなたの名前を聞いていなかったわ。
She doesn't know your name either. At best, she would know my name if I had introduced myself, but we didn't, so...
ただ用意とでも呼べばいいだろう。私たちだってお前たちのことを単に人間と呼んでいるんだ。
しかしそれでは区別がつかなくてさすがに不便だ。許されるなら君自身の名を呼びたいのだが。
Does she care? I doubt
好
it.
きに呼べばいい。私にこだわりはない。
Does she care? I don't think so. I care not. Exactly that.
それじゃあゼロなんてどうかしら。
Nothing. Zero. Let me get some more ideas as to why.
何もないという意味か。確かに私に似合いだな。
いいえ、それは始まりを表す言葉。私たちにとってのあなたはこれから決まるという意味よ。
My fancy more music.
互いを遠ざけるも歩み寄るもね。
Na, 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 na. I'm smiling so hard right now. Ah. Apparently, magic of this world uses zero-base indexing as well, by the way. Because there's nobody in the English world that starts at 0. We always start at 1 in specific. But because magic in that world, whenever you're thinking about counting things and whatever, probably does zero-base indexing like computers do.
まあ、何でもいい。
The fact that she pulled down her brim, though, to hide probably a smile. I don't think it's a good name, so, or at least not a great name. If we could come up with something that meant something similar without being so literal in 0. But not that I could come up with it now, to be fair, so if we had to do it on the fly, fair enough. But I'll go to the other one. Here's to a fruitful partnership. Basically showing that I'll be different from Xenos.
よろしく。私と取引がしたいということか。
I mean, if you want to be my avatar while I'm on my Reaper, I wouldn't be against it. Not wholly against it.
それではゼロ。君にはまだ聞きたいことがあるのだが、その前にこちらの目的を話しておくべきだろう。私たちは竜を探しに来たのだ。かつてゲートを通ってこの世界へ渡ってきた。我が姉にして七大天竜の一翼、アジュダヤを。
竜？
ああ、その消息について。
Oh, we're being overheard.
教えてほしいのだが。
Here's a question. The fact that they've... Yeah. I was wondering if anybody noticed. I do like the fact that...
今、何か言ったか？
いや、何も。
私にも聞こえたような気がしたけれど、用意たちのささやきかしら。
No one... perhaps trigger the wind. Not as out of the ordinary, I would like to hear more out of Zero. I can't imagine there were many parts of her void sent like her who remember the world as it was. We may have subdued this void sent here, but I doubt they'll remain. Yeah. Beginning. A curious notion in a world where all has come to an end. I mean, technically it was the same with the first, just with light, and we made it a beginning. I must say, we're rather exposed here. Perhaps we should continue the conversation within the castle. The throne room is defensible, given its few points of ingress. Let's head back there. Moving wasn't part of the bargain. I'll comply, but I expect my payment properly. You shall have it as soon as we've arrived. You're the one who wanted to move out here in the first place. If moving was a part of the bargain, we could have talked down in the dungeon. What the fuck? I'm kind of salty about that. More than a little salty, if I'm being absolutely honest. I believe even this castle music is Final Fantasy IV related, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Like with the other two, I was like, oh yeah, I know this song. Very clear. This one might either just take inspiration, or there's some kind of leitmotif in it that I'm missing. Okay, it looks like we're having at least a one-on-one battle here. I will see to the payment, and then we may ask Zero what she knows about Hizdaja. All appears unchanged here. I feel eyes on us. Stay alert. Well. Oh, sync to 620. I'm sitting there like, wait, it requires 620? What the hell? No, it's syncing to 620 if you happen to be above it. Yeah, I agree, Kasara. I don't like this either. Will she be satisfied with just that little bit? Hello, you. Ah, Scarmiglione, you faked it. Yeah, you suck at this.
生きていたのか。愚か者どもめ、この世界に死など存在しない。ことに我は蘇りなど自由自在よ。
That sounds super familiar. Like the Ashians.
死が存在しないですって。
Then why do they have to consume Aether?
停滞の光に侵された第一世界の無の大地では新たな命が生まれなかった。
So it's not Umbral, it's Astral? Astral Dark?
反対に火星の闇で侵されたボイドでは肉体を離れた魂すら安らぎを得られないというのね。
But that means also the... Oh no, maybe that's what it is. If the Aether's not consumed, it can come back. That's why the Void Sent were lamenting the loss of the Mistress, because her Aether was consumed by Scarmiglione, but Scarmiglione was not consumed by us because we weren't going to do that. We don't need to do that. So he was able to recreate himself, resubstantiate. Why is it that I always say things right before they're about to say them? And this is not just in this game. In almost every story game I play, I stop, I think for a couple seconds, and I come to a further conclusion based upon something that was stated. Literally the next line or the line right after is exactly what I just finished saying. I really hope that he only took a nibble on Azdaja's Aether, or at least saw it and thought it was delicious, as opposed to actually ate Azdaja. I'm about to kick his ass so hard if he ate Azdaja. All this was for nothing. Not exactly a direct translation, because he doesn't say that he wants to. He just says it looks delicious and I really want it. Not that he needs to. Alright. You summon all these like I'm not going to be able to defeat them again. Now, next to you, maybe not, but... Fair enough. Okay. At the very least, she's not like, where are you going? She actually puts up... Hey, you think you can help us out too? Basically, we're in debt. And you're not going to give it up while you're going to use it to fight. Fair enough. Are you? I'm fairly certain that Scarmiglione is going to eat it first. Hmm. I do like the design for 14 Scarmiglione. Oh, I guess it's just all over the place. Okay. So I will just, not like the dungeon, I can actually do whatever I'd like. Castle answers his call. Yeah, it means to resurrect them again. But we're just gonna go around this circle, so what are we gonna do, guys? We gotta do something more. Yes, he does. It's slightly different, so that means that we're doing things right still.
ずり出したいのか。当たれ。一人でも耐えられん。
Oh, good. Dark Missionary still hits them, even though they're technically not part of my party. He's doing it again.
一度引いて策を練った方が良さそうだ。
So we're just gonna go around in circles. Until the Aether gets consumed. I mean, in technicality, can we have just zero consume the Aether?
あら、
We
私の魔力はまだまだ尽きることがなくてよ。
おい、何か復活を止める方法はないのか。
Justinian's not a big brain one. It's okay. Let's see if they come to the same conclusion I did.
だが、それをお前たちに教える理由がない。
ねえゼロ、思い返してみたのだけれど、私たちあなたに一つ貸しがあったわ。
What does she owe us?
ゼロ、あなたの名前よ。
She didn't ask for it though. Does that count when you don't ask for a thing freely given? I mean, I guess you could. Interesting.
私たちはあなたに名前を送った。お望みのエーテルを後で渡す。
I guess if you're playing strictly by the rules, even if it's freely given, it's still you're still owed something for it, right? I would not. I mean, like she'll probably play by those rules.
声はないんだが。
Or she says exactly what I was about to say. It was freely given, but wasn't asked.
押し付けられたものでも受け
Yeah,
入れはしたんだ
for those things that, yeah, sure. It wasn't asked for, but you gave it and I took it, you know? So then, yep. I assume that that's the, I rarely ever get to see the Reaper LB3. Oh. Converted into crystals.
これは用意の魂が。
I thought she was gonna consume it. Okay, so
便利な技を持ってるじゃないか。
Manly, no kidding. Super convenient. But not convenience the translation of that, but it's not quite accurate. It's not convenient like, oh, that's convenient that she could do that. It's more like, oh man, that's really cool. Nice that she could do that, you know?
これなら文句ないだろう。
ええ、上出来だわ。
みな、もう一度だ。ゼロの力も加われば、スカルミリオーネを撃てる。
And now we F up Scarmiglione.
なんだと貴様今一体何をした
I assume he's never seen them be crystallized, the Aether be crystallized like that before, and also I'm going to assume, even though we didn't see a thing, that he attempted to try and resurrect them, but nothing happened.
そういえばお前にも借りがあったな。
Why?
さっきの一撃返させてもらおう。
Yep, here's another fight. Round 2.
一方的に押し付けられたまで借りを借りた。この戦いに加勢することでチャラにしてもらうぞ。
用意を結晶化するの。
At least set that off before he takes off. Even if he doesn't sit in the dot for too long, I at least want the blood and Oh, so he sat in there for long enough. I'm happy. Okay, we can't target them yet, but I assume that we're going to be able to. Okay, that one. Or she's going to handle it. Okay. And again.
ここで消えてみる。
I thought she was going to go around all of them, but I guess not. Void Quake. Which one will she take out? South first? And I'll head that way. At least half the room will be safe by the time this ends. Oh. Let's see what we can do for it. Can I take that? No. But I'm going to assume that she's going to have something. Yeah, we got about half the cast time left there. Good, we let her out, and now we get out of here. Sounds good to me. Yep, but it's fine. We'll deal with it in due time. Got 17% left. I assume he's just going to keep recasting it. Oh. Hey, I remember this. And we're down. Wonderful. I like the facial animation on him. I thought it was something I liked about him. There was something that I really liked about that's Memoria? Buried memory, huh? Buried memory. Golbez? Golbez! So are we playing Final Fantasy IV now? Like for realsies? Just with, you know, a 14 spin on it? Her name is Zero. Why are we taking his in particular? Probably because it has a lot of Aether? Hey! We can use the Echo again still. Wonderful. All 4 fiends? Oh no! Aww. The other 3 are boring looking. Oh! But technically so is Scarmiglione, so they might be getting a level up. So that's good from Golbez. It is fucking Golbez! Holy shit! And anybody who hasn't played previous Final Fantasy is like, what is X-Death doing here again? Not quite. Oh, because he's blue and this one's in black? They're different. Actually, a step further, I forgot about something about 4. I wonder if they'll do that again. It'll be interesting. Let's see. Let's see if they modeled all the other fiends or if it was just Scarmiglione that they did. Let's see. I am excited. 4 was my first 2D Final Fantasy that I played. After playing a lot of 7 and 8 introducing me to the series as a whole, 4 was the first one I got because I played Chrono Trigger that came with Final Fantasy Chronicles. So I played a lot of the 4. So I've never beaten it, but whoa. Oh. That's exactly who we're looking for. How is Golbez able to put her? Because she's not, like, even Vutra is super strong. So Golbez was able to put her under lock and key? Interesting.
諸君らはこれなる竜のエーテルを食らい、さらなる強者、我が四天王へと
But
生まれ変わる。
dragons have, if not actually unlimited ether through their eyes, then nearly unlimited ether. So she might just be a feeding bit and not actually dead by being consumed by the 4 archfiends. At the very least, you know, that there we've got that confirmation that she's definitely not dead because they can only consume a little bit of her aether. It'll be interesting to see how they play this out, if it plays out anything like 4, because we're missing a key component of the other end of that. Gomez was one of the villains, but he had a relationship with a couple of the heroes. We'll have to see how that pans out.
Oi, 大丈夫か?
You know, sometimes I wonder how long I'm in that state.
用意たちのエーテルは消滅したわけではないわ。存在そのものが結晶化している。私たちの世界でいう封印のようなものね。
So very similar to how we treated the Ashians, except the Ashians needed to be put in something super strong because of how strong they were in particular. The Void Scent being that much weaker might not require so much work. We'll have to see.
スカルミリョーネなる用意はメモリアと言っていた。ゼロ、君が口にしていた言葉、メモリア戦争とも関わりがあるのだろう。
ああ、世界を滅ぼした戦いで使われていた技術だ。私が知る限り、メモリアと化した存在が元に戻ったことはない。
そうか。改めて助立ちしてくれたこと、本当に感謝する。
But going by the rules of this place, thanks means absolutely nothing. I want payment. Or actually, right, that was a debt repaid.
さあ、仕切り直しだ。とっととよこせ。
はいはい。この後も探索は続くのだから、加減はしてちょうだいね。
Once again.
What どんな働きもエーテルという対価次第か。なるほど。こちらの世界は随分とシンプルらしい。
これで今度こそ貸し借りはなしね。
For everything thus far, I'd assume. Anything
と
more.
ころであなた、さっきの様子だとまた何かを見たのではなくて。
I have no idea what you're talking about, Yushola.
竜の姿を見たと。我ら天竜に似た姿ならばアジダヤかもしれない。
Can you describe to me what Azasha looked like? And then I can tell you.
だが、すでに用意に捕まっていたというのか。
Fair enough.
ゴルベーザ。そいつが親玉か。
So the 13th has the 4th world. Because since the first had the basically what was equivalent to the first world, right? The Final Fantasy 1 world. But the 13th has the 4th world, which is interesting. And actually considering that this is one of the worlds that was lost to the Aether, that means we can actually go visit the other ones for the Wind and the Flood, right? Interesting.
さすがに考えることが多すぎるわ。
But honestly, here's the thing. The 13th, right? The Void Sent world. If this happened to be Final Fantasy 13, to follow that kind of idea that I just had in my head, I don't think not very many people would be very happy about it. That's probably why they dodged it. They'll probably do it at some point if they end up going around, but we'll see. Golbez has his dash at his mercy, and we must find him. Are you willing to pay? I assume you are. In light of our recent experiences, I expect we all have questions. I trust Zero can answer a few of them. We should still be owed at least that much, I dare say. I don't know about that. We'll see. I at least want to get the freaking trial out of the way. Kisara. You've come to the 13th before, yes? You fought Void Sent here. But you clearly didn't know they could regenerate. Else you would have shared that little detail beforehand. I was in a bit of a rush and didn't have time to wait and see. From what I know... And that explains why we fought the freaking Cloud of Darkness twice so far. We won't fight her again. At least not outside of a, a single instance, like a storyline instance rather than a trial or whatever. From what I know of your foray, I can hardly blame you. Perhaps they returned after you left, but if they didn't, there must be a reason as to why. There are circumstances in which we're unable to return. If you like, I could tell you about this. Please do. The more you devour, the more powerful you grow. But in the process, your essence is blended with those of your prey. If you were to lose your flesh, the souls you would come to harbor may break free and coalesce into distinct void scent once more. And before you could return, your own soul might be devoured by your enemies or erstwhile prey. A fate more likely for stronger beings who require more time to regenerate. However, even assuming you will survive the process, it's highly uncommon for you to return as you were. Yet despite his greatest strengths, Scarmiglione has managed to resurrect rather swiftly. Are there others capable of the same? Not that I'm aware of. His attachment to his flesh must have been unique for him to develop such an ability. I believe we understand the fundamentals of rebirth for now. If I may, I would ask you about your power. Would you tell us about it? What you saw should speak for itself. I can bind Aether to the soul into a crystal. Many wield this power during the Contra Memoria, but I'm the only one left. I'm told the heroes of the 13th once sealed gods in stones called Auracite. And are they in Memoria one and the same? Auracite. I do not know this word, but the world is vast and perhaps Memoria had different names elsewhere. But it does sound quite familiar. How does one come to wield Memoria? And what happened to your peers? I've never thought about that. I do know, though, that Void Sent can't use the power. I assume I can because I'm mortal in part. I see. Hero, I wish to ask you about the man called Golbez. He may well have my sister in his clutches. Is there aught you could tell us of him? The name sounds vaguely familiar, though I can't say how I know it. If he is powerful, however, someone in the castle may have heard of him. Then we must try talking to the other Void Sent again. Let us entrust that task to Kisara. Her echo will help facilitate communication. More importantly, she should be able to maintain her composure better than a concerned sibling. That I cannot deny. Forgive me. but will you not ask about Golbez in my stead? On the terraces to begin with, perhaps. Thank you. We shall remain here and discuss what other avenues we might pursue in the meantime. It's already 10 o'clock and I haven't even touched opening up. Ah! Why must I enjoy this story so? According to your vision, Golbez recruited his champions and raised an army. So, this echo of yours. Interesting. Did she just... Hold on, I clicked through that too fast. This makes her invaluable to our cause, far more than someone who can simply communicate. Was that a dig at us? Huh? Hey, Charlotte, next time you die, don't expect me to come and save you again. No, I'm not salty that she did it twice. Alright. I really want to teleport over to... Let's see. So the clever one hadn't been eaten. If no one wants it, then perhaps... I'm gonna tell you right now. Golbez? Of course I know of him. Only a fool without ears wouldn't. His archfiends lead armies that raven and conquer. They devour those they deem useless and those who can't fight. If you don't want to be eaten, then you better flee. There'll soon be nowhere to run. Except for the fact that, you know, he didn't die. Okay. Okay. You're not a butler anymore, you're just a watchful void sent. Okay. I mustn't eat you. I mustn't eat you. Alright. I will say that going up and down this place is not very fun. Especially without ways to easily teleport to each location. That's probably why they gave us the permission to mount at least, so that we feel a little bit faster. Even if it's not much faster. What have you guys learned while I was gone? You're just standing around with your thumb up your butts. Okay, good. Huh. I can provide you with some. I'm sure that Varshan here could provide you with a bunch more. Looking back, Asar, have you learned aught of value? I've learned a shit ton, let me tell ya. Let me done tell ya. So, Alice Void sent answer to the Archfiends. in turn answer to Golbez, as your vision did suggest. Calmeone's aggression is also consistent with the claims that the Archfiends conquer other domains. The question is, how do we reach Golbez if he surrounds himself with armies of minions? We could target his other Archfiends, or perhaps those who have fled to his service. Either may yield useful information. That said, we can't do much while we're stuck on this isle. Zero, I would ask a favor of you. I am determined to save my sister Asdaja. If there's even the faint possibility that Golbez has her, then I must find him. To that end, I want you to lend us your strength and knowledge. Will you accompany us on our quest? I've got in the way of my world already. If you want help, offer payment. None here will aid you out of the kindness of their hearts. Any who claim otherwise are liars and betrayers. Or is this less of a request and more of a threat? If I refuse, will you force me to serve? I mean, I am a tank, so I could go with the first one. I don't really want to say... Because that second one's almost like handing her a blank check. Surely you must desire something. Name it. Really, Kisara, come on. Then her answer will be, I will sup on all your ether till you are dead. So nah, none of that. Let's go with the first one. If you accompany us, we can offer you protection. To which she says, I don't need it, but... protection? I have no need of such. I was a prisoner, yes, but only because I couldn't be bothered to resist. I could have easily broken free had I decided to do so. If you're truly such an aimless creature, then you could do worse than join us. You need to expend as much energy to defend yourself as you would alone. Trying to be clever, are you? But even if you had a point, your protection isn't enough to persuade me. Very well, Zero. I propose you travel with us, and whenever you perform a deed that requires payment, we will provide it to neither. That is all you had to say. Everything else was superfluous. Fair point. Where to now? Either the place that Archfiends may strike next, or where refugees and deserters may find sanctuary. I know the latter. I'll take you there. I assume you also know how to get off this isle. I was brought here on a mount. We can leave the same way. Now that you mention it, I did notice some flying creatures near terraces. Given our numbers, we'll need a large one. But regardless of size, all can be won over with either. Excellent. Let us go find a mount at once. Not good. Lord Golbez must hear of this. I was on my ninja. Things still wouldn't change. but I would feel like, half a Yugiri to assassinate a freaking spy. Come on. Alright. We might get an early start tomorrow. I'll try and leave work early so that we can start early and at least open up the first floor. That's it. Well, here in my true form, I would be able to carry you all. But even if it were possible to so enlarge the gate, the risk would be too great. Not all void sent can fly. It stands to reason that some would be made to serve as mounts. Zero will know best how to handle these creatures. Let us watch and learn. We should be able to find them out here. With the castle in disarray, the creatures will be hungry. There's a little ether to suffice. Are you ready? Sure. I'm going to assume that I could teleport out whenever I freaking want. Teleport out. Obviously, it would be walking out, but yeah.
いたぞ。
Nope. I killed a bunch of those. It is like a beacon. I can only just barely see it because of the way the lighting works, but I'm going to assume that in that world... That's a real big one, too.
よし。私に従うと言っている。背中に乗れ。
It's so weird. We went to the literal edge of the universe. And here we are just on another world. Again, just like Shadowbringers. It feels so strange. But I assume that some of the stuff that Emmett Selk was teasing us with is going to be, you know, expansion fodder. But we're not going to touch that. But they're basically pointing out, yeah, no, we're not going to get another world like the first, at least not for a while. And it definitely won't be the 13th. Or this is their way of supplementing it. Like, here's the first part of the 13th. We're setting it up for when we get to it, either next expansion or a couple of expansions from now. Yours? In specific?
もともとは私が自分一人で隠れ住むために作った場所だったんだがな。強い用意と関係を築けず、群れからつまはじきにされた者たちが勝手に集まってきてこうなった。
いわばはぐれ用意の里というわけね。
Interesting. I'm hearing leitmotifs from 4 again. I think it's the same one that played earlier. You want to try? I'll kill you. Interesting. So much for us protecting her. That was a very moot point that I tried to make earlier then. I don't like that one behind the statue. It called me names, and I didn't like it. Can I kill that one at least, please? That one there. This one. Can I kill this one at least? Call me names. Or at least one like it called me names. I mean, I could wear that armor. How is it still... How is the body... Because I see that the body's in 2 pieces. How is it still... Because the cape's not touching the floor. Was that an oopsie on the design? They clipped it a little bit too far? Well, the cape was supposed to be the basis, but then they're like, no, the cape's not supposed to touch the floor. It's a cape. Feels weird. But I could totally be that if you want. I don't have the actual armor, but, you know. There we go. I'll be on my paladin for the rest of the night. Actually, let me talk to him now that I'm on paladin. I'm pretty sure it won't make a difference, but I'm curious now. Okay, yeah, no. Nothing's changed. This is my abode. The others won't come near so you may be at ease. While they know their place, if tantalizing ether were to walk by, I can't guarantee they wouldn't pounce. Why am I scared of that? Come on, I've killed a number of these. It is a void sense nature to consume. Their sole purpose. Yeah, activity to the point where you're hungry as hell, right? Even in the pursuit of ether may lead to their undoing. Many succumb to instinct. But any who succumb here will answer to me. This is my domain. This is my domain's one and only rule, and it is absolute. I'm gonna at least unlock real quick the Oh, that's Norvrant. Hold on. There we go. Labyrinthos. We'll be back in a bit. Only because I want to at least unlock the Panther, whatever it is. The second tier. Whoa! That's a hell of a hello. This is all gonna be voice acted. I gotta prepare myself. Kisara! I made it a breakthrough! After uncountable days and nights, I finally hearkened to the crystal's whispers, and I must say... Professor Claudian, where are your manners? While I understand all too well your enthusiasm, I must remind you that even the most academically inclined prefer a composed recounting of events. Ah, yes, of course. My apologies, Kasa. Being consumed by my research for so long, I'm afraid I have quite forgotten how to engage in civilized conversation. In that case, perhaps we shall start from the beginning. With a crystal set adrift upon the ethereal tides, containing the memories of a party yet unknown, they cried out for deliverance from Pandemonium, where the ancients kept volatile creations under lock and key. You yourself witnessed the power devouring the facility from within, and the advent of a divine monstrosity wrought with of mythic beast and powerful mage. Fortunately, your martial prowess and combined magical talents of your companions Themis and Erecthonios was sufficient to restore order to the circles of Asphodelos. But a greater threat yet remains. In the depths of Pandemonium, a presence yet stirs, its intentions and identity shrouded in a mystery. That is the issue at hand, is it not? Since you returned to us, We worked tirelessly to discern the nature of the crystal. In the process, I detected an anomalous etheric signature, which I believe arose from the memories restored within. Analysis of this pattern suggested a feeling of loss or yearning, specifically the yearning to be made whole. And indeed, ambient readings have revealed a faint but identical signature. This can only mean yet another crystal exists in our time. So, my friend, I must depart to search for it forthwith. By tracing the matching etheric signature to its source, I believe it will be a simple matter to find our crystal's twin. Professor, will this expedition be carried out only by us? Or will Kasara grace us with her protection? I'm afraid she has more pressing matters to attend to, my dear Rusunao? But namely, to seek out the secrets which lie nestled within Pandemonium, where this all began. From all we have heard, it appears that time traversal from the Crystal Tower is not fluid. That is to say, one can but travel in predetermined intervals. It would be prudent to check in on occasion in case there are any unanticipated changes. As for you, my loyal assistants, I would ask you to remain here and continue cataloging the ancient creations. You can't mean... Do you intend to search for the crystal on your own? Why yes, that would be the most efficient use of resources, would it not? In fact, I have already commissioned a ship and pilot for that very purpose. I trust you to take good care of the laboratory in my absence. Goodbye? I apologize for that somewhat abrupt departure. When progress is in sight, Professor Claudian tends to become blind to all else. Indeed, he has been worse than usual. While I cannot fault him for his excitement, I do wish he would spare thought for those around him. For reasons yet unknown, the crystal seems to loathe being overheard, much as it spoke only to you last time, but none but the professor have been able to capture its ethereal yearning, which has served only to convince him that he can solve the puzzle on his own. Surely after some time alone, he'll come to remember how valuable we are. The search for this crystal seemed to be a simple enough matter. Let him have his adventure. And upon his return, I'm certain he'll be back to his usual self. As for you, Kasara, it may be best for you to return to Pandemonium, as Professor Claudian suggested. Speaking of which, I did have a request of my own to make. Traveling to Pandemonium requires you to pass through Elpis, correct? There's something I would have you investigate in my stead. While those creations confined within Pandemonium are considered to be failures, I doubt that's their whole story. Barring exceptional cases, they must have been under observation in Elpis before being consigned to their shackles. And if we know anything about the ancients, it's that they would have kept records of the results. Ah, brilliant! Delving into the records may shed light on creatures Kasara has yet to encounter. If your theory proves correct, that is. While there are no guarantees, it certainly beats the current strategy of rushing forward blindly with only her strength to carry the day. For your own sake as well as ours, please unearth what information you can. Bye. You're almost no better than your professor there, by the way. Alright, to Elpis we go. Let's just go into the Anagorius. It's not exactly... At least want to unlock the first floor before I end tonight, and then we'll continue. We'll still get an early start to continue the MSQ when we get back on tomorrow. And then as soon as, obviously, Thrill gets started, we will go into normal mode. There's one thing I don't like about this mount is the fact that the angle on the engine makes you be able to see basically jack all. You seek records of Pandemonium's creations. Master Themis has just finished perusing the very same. Oh, I didn't even notice you there, Themis. Hi. I should not be surprised that we both arrived at the same conclusion. Luckily, I have saved you the trouble and gleaned what information I could. Ah, so you know each other. I was dreading to have to once again scour the archives, but perhaps instead I'll rest for a spell. If there's nothing else, I shall take my leave. As should we. For I have undone the warding sigil blocking the entrance to the Abyssos. I came here merely to chase an idle suspicion while awaiting your return. Fortunately, while Pandemonium's protective wards continue to be assailed by our unknown foe, there have been no such fluctuations so great that make me doubt Ericthonius' capacity to keep watch over Asphodelos while I'm away. He works diligently to master internment, that he might deliver the creations back to their cages by his own hand. I thought it might be best to give him some time to hone his craft. And since fate has brought us both here, I would ask you to accompany me while I attend to another matter. More idle suspicions that I would like to chase down. Rest assured, it shall not take long. I simply have a few questions to ask an acquaintance of mine. Come. He has agreed to meet us near to the naos of Pandemonium. Okay, so we're already on it. We're on our way to Pandemonium anyway. Okay. But out. Wait. I saw a teleport and I was just like... I mean, yeah, technically, I guess one could teleport there. Or closer to there, right? Oh, wait, there were 3 Hold on. Weren't there 3 teleports here in Athens? 12 Wonders and Point in Oikos. We had this one. Oh, there's the other one. Okay. See, that's what happens when you leave so much of these side quests up. I need to basically take the DPS I have left and just like ramshackle them. Oh god, I'm having flashbacks. Okay, good. We're not landing there. As I've pondered our expedition into Pandemonium, I could not help but be mystified by how strongly the warders we encounter felt for La Habrea, whether it be for good or for ill. Hesperos and Ericthonius were two sides of the same coin. The former looked to his mentor with absolute devotion, while the latter looks to his father with bold hatred. I would not expect a familiar such as yourself to understand this, but such extreme emotions toward a single individual are quite rare indeed. Naturally, I feel gratitude towards my mother and father, yet we are all equals in the larger picture of the star. This view is not unique to myself, it is more or less accepted as the way of things. By contrast, the research of Pandemonium seems to view La Brea with the feeling approaching obsession. Whether driven by love or hate, they've all been drawn to him. There were many other aspects of the facility's particulars that I found troubling. Besides, I decided the best course of action would be to go straight to the source and post any questions to a member of the Words of La Habrea. Hello? My apologies to have kept you waiting, Master Themis. I understand you are conducting a... Let me find a good voice. I'm going to go with a deep voice. Not quite so scratchy as Estinians, but deeper. Let's see. I understand you are conducting an investigation of Pandemonium and wish to know of its origins. Indeed. In particular, I wish to know why exactly Pandemonium was built directly under Elpis. The facility is overseen by the Words of La Habrea, after all. Why keep it so close to Elpis, whose governing body has no say in its day-to-day operations? At first, I thought it might be simply a matter of convenience. Those creations which are deemed failures by the researchers of Elpis would easily be ushered into their new homes. Imagine my surprise when a trip to the archives revealed that many of the creations were sent from the organizations beyond Elpis, including the Words of La Habrea themselves. Given this, albeit limited information, I cannot but feel that the Academia Anyada would have been a more fitting locale. And that explains why all that shit happened in the Anyada. Okay. Anyway, what does Elpis have that cannot be found there? These are fitting questions, and ones we have asked ourselves many times in recent years. Alas, the nature of Pandemonium's construction does not lend itself to relocation. When it was first built, circumstances weren't as they are now. As you surmise, the majority of the creations were kept within Pandemonium were sent from Elpis. Yet, as years passed, interests changed. Failures in creations deemed too flawed even to submit to Elpis paradoxically drew the attention of Pandemonium researchers. That is quite strange, and in fact, it almost runs counter to the facility's original purpose. Who is it that decides which creations will be the subject of research? Master La Habrea. Sorry, that didn't come out right. Master La Habrea. Such an authority is reserved for the chief key ward, and he has taken upon himself to step into that role. So, if Pandemonium's resources were being misused, it would be under La Habrea's authority, correct? I know not what you are suggesting, but the key wards also hold some sway within the facility. Not even Master La Habrea would be free from their scrutiny. They are duty-bound to report any irregularities as soon as possible. Although, I admit, as of late, the communication has been somewhat sporadic. But we recently received a report from one of the key wards stating that all is well within Pandemonium's halls. Really? And are you certain that a key ward sent it? Yes, of course. Our communications suffered a temporary obstruction, but I can assure you that the words did their due diligence in confirming the identity of the sender. Thank you. This information will be helpful to my investigation. That'll be all for my prying. And I shall take my leave. While you are yet permitted to conduct your investigation freely, I must remind you that the warder's work is delicate, and it would be remiss to disturb them for longer than is necessary. All is well. A blatant lie, and to that we can both attest. One of the remaining keywords is most certainly in league with the party behind this. Let us hurry. I do not know why our adversary sent that report, but it is plain we must return to Pandemonium with haste. cannot guess as to why this false report has arisen now, but it certainly bodes ill. As does the knowledge that our mysterious mastermind has at least one more keyword to puppet. Regardless, they have tipped their hand, and we would be remiss to leave Ericthonius at the mercy of their machinations. Let us hope no harm has befallen him. Fingers crossed. Hey, impressive! Good improvement, Ericthonius. Oh, so close. But good improvement. Not quite. I know he's young, but I didn't want to have him with a deeper voice anyway. I've traced these sigils countless times, and yet I still lack the strength to maintain the spell. And now time works against me. I can no longer be the victim to my own ineptitude. What? Who goes there? Oh God, it's a tooth! I'm already having freaking flashbacks. No more P3S, please. I think they did that on purpose. They must have done that on purpose. There's something to be admired in such a single-minded effort, even if your method leaves much to be desired. I have no idea what voice to give it, so I'm just going to pretend like I'm voicing the tooth itself. You allowed this familiar to catch you unawares. Have you set your sights so high as to forget you walk upon the earth? I know this creature. A familiar of the Phoenix. I'm going to call it a Phoenix. I don't care if it's pronounced Phoenix. That's a Phoenix. A familiar of the Phoenix. That monster is locked away. That it is, in spite of the trouble I went into freeing it, I might add. Begrudge me for addressing you in this ill-fitting form if you must, but with control of Asphodelos wrested from my grasp, it is simply the best I can offer you. Hide if you will, but mark my words. I will find you and I will make you pay for the chaos you've sown. Now, there's no need for such hostility. A calm heart stays the course. The wisdom of La Habrea, your father. And how would you know what wisdom he speaks? I have heard those words many times. The scolding of a tutor whose students struggle to grasp the most rudimentary lessons, seething with disgust. No. I've not told that to anyone. Not even Keyword Hesperos. Keyword Hesperos. That can only mean one thing. That still you insist on mocking me. Stop this farce, La Habrea. At last, you moved to keep up. Pity that you remain behind, nevertheless. What? As ever you are, you always fail to learn, fail to understand, fail to act. And though fate deigned to offer you an escape, you remain here. You are bereft of magical prowess and common sense both. Again, even if it was La Habrea, I'm going to pretend like it. The fact that he didn't recognize his own father's voice means that the familiar is speaking on behalf of him. So. But you need not despair. Dull though you may be, you are yet indispensable to Mandemonium's great experiment. There's the affection I remember. Tell me, did I ever once measure up to your expectations? You shall. Take pride in that, and rejoice to see your wish fulfilled. What? What wish? Come, and all shall be revealed. I'll have to check that in a minute. All this rage, this hatred is but a consequence of ignorance. Our desires align more than you know. What are you? Where's the teleport? Uninvited guests join our reunion. Final Fantasy VII? Reunion? It seems fortune no longer favors you. Do you think I have any interest in listening to your prattle, let alone bowing to your will? I am no longer a child, and my faith lies with those who have earned it. So these are the heroes who brought Hesperus low, even as power divine flowed through his veins. Is plain there are other worthier subjects to contend with. Okay, I can breathe a sigh of relief. We don't have to do the Phoenix anymore. Thank God. Sorry, I saw something flying, and I think it's a mosquito that bit me here. That's getting me itchy. Just what was that familiar after? Thank you. If you had shown up even a moment later, I shudder to think what it would have become of me. There's something I must tell you. I know who's behind this. There's but one person who can hold thrall over familiar, creation, and keyword alike. Eric Thonio seems to have quite the story to tell. Perhaps we should lend an ear. So at least unlock the first floor, and then we'll be done for the night, because it's already 11 o'clock. I got work to do tomorrow. And so there can be no doubt. There can be but one conclusion. La Habrea was the driving force behind the chaos from the start. There's logic to that. There are few with the wherewithal to even consider experimentation on such a scale, let alone the capacity to create demigods from man and beast, with the rest of us none the wiser. Considering the magnitude of his work with the convocation and the words, his relatively minor role as the chief keyworder comes under little scrutiny. Even it provides him with the authority to wield dangerous magics. May serve as a veil and mantle both. Still, I find the notion hard to accept. I don't know. The La Habrea I know doesn't seem like he'd be that far from what he's already doing here, but, you know, whatever. The misdeeds perpetrated here could not have been done by the La Habrea I know. You met him, yes? Do you think he's capable of this? Kind of. Sort of. Yeah. But knowing Emmett Selk, I know he's capable of this, but was he only capable of it because of the fact he was pushed to the limit, much like Emmett Selk was? Emmett Selk was not willing to go this as far as he did as an Ashian. At all. The issue became, you know, everything else that brought that into being. So I want to say that he has the capacity to do so. So I'm going to answer he's capable of far more than you know. But I don't think it still stands to reason that he might not from the start. Is he? Do you believe La Habrea to be a man of few scruples, if it brings his goals closer in reach? Not off the bat, but again, I feel like it might be like Emmett Selk, where yes, It's not that he has few scruples, is when he's got nowhere else to go, he will do whatever it takes. I feel like it's probably similar in that regard. That alone should be enough. But let me assure you, La Habrea holds nothing so dear as his own ambition. While he may not be one to let emotion stand in the way of his mission, I cannot believe there are no depths to which he would not stoop. Although we met but briefly, the impression he left on me stands in stark contrast to your evaluation. Though his methods are ever unorthodox, they seem guided by a firm understanding of what is just. There's one way to find out for certain. We delve deeper into Pandemonium and pull back the curtain of this mystery of ourselves. A wise course. I would not deny the truth if I saw it with my own eyes, even if it was discomforting to behold. Then we must move forward with no excessive caution. La Habrea, or whomever is behind this, has likely spread their tentacles into every corner of Pandemonium. We can safely assume that the other key wards won't greet us with open arms. Agreed. Let's make our way through Abyssos one careful step at a time. I shall stay by Erichthonios' side, in case our enemies think to target him again. But I trouble you to take the vanguard. Thank you. As a precaution, I shall safeguard you with a simple spell. This will ensure that even should we become separated, my phantom warriors will still come to your aid. Hint, hint, we're gonna get separated during one of the floors, but we'll figure that out when we get there, huh? If it does come to battle, the key ward's magics will put us at a disadvantage once again. Luckily, we have you to even the scales somewhat. I trust you will be liberal with your weight. Are you calling me fat? I think he's calling me fat. Abyssos, the fifth circle. Let me see what they have to say before we at least head back to where the story was before we end tonight. Just what is La Habrea planning? And what role do I play in his schemes? Judging by the demeanor of the familiar, there is little doubt that our enemy has a tight grip on Pandemonium and its denizens. We will be vulnerable. Alright, so we are going to head to the Great Work, because I assume that that would be the cheapest way to get there. Thank you for the retweet there, Megan. I accidentally screenshotted that. I didn't really need that, though. Or that wasn't a retweet, it was a like. But thank you, nonetheless. Very much appreciated. We'll come back. We'll be a dark night. I hope that by the end of this, there's an easier way to do this. Hello again. I feel like they would be like, wait, where's everybody else? Why are you here? Shh. Got it. I had some more pressing things to attend to. Temporarily. That took a while to load. Oh, there it is. That took a while to load too. Kind of hope most of this opens up a bit. I do like the look of these almost crystalline plants. It's kind of cool. All right. So let's go. Actually, one thing I should do before we go to bed is go for an expert so I can get my tomes going. Because I'm sure that my expert's not done yet. I don't get bonuses for being on tank. Let me blim, because I'm sure that, you know, there's a lot of people going through that. And after that, we'll go to bed. I blinded myself to the truth. Does this thing have a visor? I don't think so. Nah. As per usual, the black mage blinds himself. But on the plus side, it's makes sense as to why it would. Since, you know, magic and all. Actually, considering how long this might take, and I want to go to bed as soon as I'm done, we'll end it there a bit. But we'll see each other tomorrow for a little bit more of the main story, as well as some running with Thrill. It's been a long time since I've heard their voices, and it'll be a little fun to do. So either way, you guys have been 10 out of 10 with me, and I will see you guys come tomorrow for some more Final Fantasy XIV 6.2 content. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever it is that you are.